Welcome to Audi Med Cup TV. It's the fourth and penultimate day of the Region of Murcia Trophy, and what a way to kick off the weekend. Those typical Cartagena conditions were back today. Fantastic downwind sailing in 20 knots plus, perfect summer sunshine for a dramatic coastal race that finished right inside the harbour today. Well, Tom from Quantum Racing and Gustavo from NH Resorts join us in the studio this evening to have a chat about what has been such a dramatic day of racing. Probably the most dramatic we've had all week. What were conditions like out there, Tom?
Yeah, for sure. It was good change from the last couple of days. We had the Levante winds today from the northeast and brought 20 knots of breeze and some nice sea state and beautiful sunshine, so it was just a great day. It was really big change from the southerly breezes we had the last few days.
Well, Bribon were lucky enough today to have weather guru, their navigator Marcel Van Trieste on board. Now he is such an asset to their team, and today he pulled all his resources together to get the best out of the racecourse for the coastal race. Cartagena, like every Med Cup venue, has its challenges. The Region of Murcia Trophy has seen very different wind conditions in the 4 years it's been visiting Cartagena. But weather guru Marcel Van Trieste is on top of it all.
It's a fantastic harbour here. Locals say that it's the largest natural harbour in the Mediterranean. But you can see that it's a large channel here. It's flat where the city is, that's why they built the city there. So here it sort of funnels into the harbour, no problem. However, if you go outside, left or right, there's fairly high mountains. Here you can see the harbour, flat land behind it, more like a runway for the sea breeze basically. Flat land behind it where the city is, then you see a mountain ridge over here. All that is stopping it from sort of, flowing over here, and it all gets funneled into this runway basically towards the city. That's why quite often we're wondering why we're still postponed on shore, because inside the harbour it's blowing gale, you go outside and it's flat calm.
Because of its geographical location, Cartagena and its racecourse are influenced by Mediterranean weather systems.
So this, for instance, is a typical situation, right? Gibraltar Straits here, Costa del Sol, Malaga and all that, Africa over here, and here we've got strong westerlies, moderate westerlies, right? And sometimes these are really, really strong when the Spanish interior heats up, and if that happens, it gets sucked up the coast here, all the way up to Cartagena.
Marcel is Bribon's navigator and an internationally recognised meteorologist, a luxury to have on board during days like today. Okay, Tommy, so talk us through how things went for you guys out there today.
Yeah, it was a good day. A lot of ups and downs. We had some tough moments. It was a pretty tough race course. You can see in the video here that Azura had a tough time at the first set, and they did a great job coming back in the race after such a bad Spinnaker set. The Spinnaker gate, the top mark gate, sets a new issue for us. So they had a hard time with that. But the bottom mark gate was really where the race was decided. I think at the beginning to set up the long beat up the wind, and then had a bit of a race downwind with these guys, and then we worked our way back upwind into the harbor, coming around the island back up through the harbor, and Azura had a bit of a problem. We had a 4-boat race going on here, going up the coast, and these guys were sailing it great. Azura was doing a really good job in this race today, and we're really taking it to us and controlling the fleet, but then they had an issue, and the main the strop that holds their mainsail up broke, and that just let us get through them and go on to win the race, and they unfortunately finished 4th for them. So it's a pretty tough break for those guys. We don't wish it on anybody, but we're pretty happy to go on and take the win. So we'll take the points, but we don't feel really particularly good about it, I guess you should say, because it's tough on them. What
went through your mind there when that Azura had that gear failure?
I actually had a good I was quoting a movie to the guy next to me when it happened from watching a movie that I used to watch with my kids all the time when Lightning McQueen blows a tire in the last lap of the race that he does.
So this makes things pretty tight then on the leaderboard going into the final day tomorrow. Bribon still hold the lead on 18 points. Audi Azura, they were really, really unlucky today, but still managed to hold on to second place. But Quantum Racing have climbed their way up to third because points and a half today effectively. So that, I mean, it's really important to do well in these coastal races, isn't it?
It's huge. It's a real big part of the game, and it's a totally different. Although it's the same kind of racing we're doing, it's a different style with the longer legs. The splits get bigger, the current comes into play a bit more, and it's a different type of racing. But yeah, the points are huge, and it was great to do well for us. We really needed it with our team.
Okay, 11 points separating you from the lead tomorrow. Can you win?
We've got 2 races tomorrow. Yeah, it's possible, but I think that our main focus is trying to maintain or grow our lead for the overall series. But for sure, if we get the opportunity to go out and try and win this event, we're certainly not going to shy away from it. But it's a tough ask. It's a tough lead, and with only 7 boats, it's hard to put that many points between us and Bribon, and they're sailing really well. So we're just going to go out and sail our best and hope that it works out for the season is our goal.
Okay, cool. Well, while the TP52s were away on the coastal race today, the Soto 40s were racing 2 windward-leeward races. Gustavo, can you tell us how things went for NH Resorts today in your races?
I think we had a very good day today. The first one was really difficult for us in the wave condition and more wind. But the second race that we won, finishing into the harbor, was very good for us. Very tricky race, close to the shore, and we are very happy to be there. All the boats fight very, very close. Iberdrola, Negoni, and us, we were fighting very, very close. You have to do all fine to win the race. So
yeah, you can't make any mistakes out there at the moment, can you? Especially when things are so tight with Iberdrola. You guys are on 16 points each, and you're trying to. Well, you can't reach Ngoni now. They've won the whole regatta now, haven't they? But there's still that fight going on with Iberdrola.
Yes, we have the same point. That I think we have a big improvement from the first event of the season, and now we are fighting again Iberdrola. And tomorrow, if we were ahead him, so we can win. We can beat them.
Okay. In the first 3 regattas that we've had this year, Iberdrola have been so dominant, but this time that's not the case. Why do you think that is?
I think the Negoni have a big improvement here in Cartagena. They changed sails and some crews also. Here they are very, very fast, very consistent, and they already won the race. So it's very good for the Soto class that now are 3 boats very, very close fighting, and we hope for the next year to be more boats, and so it's very fun in the race.
Okay, so Tom, can you tell us what sort of conditions can be expected for the TP52s and the Soto 40s tomorrow?
I think we're looking similar direction as today, a little bit less wind, probably 10 to 15 knots, but Levante, which is the northeasterly, and it's pretty exciting out there with the big headland that Marcel was talking about in his earlier piece, that the way the wind bends around those cliffs and comes out offshore makes it pretty exciting. So it should be a good day tomorrow.
Okay, well, we'll leave it at that. Tomorrow we are back here for the final day of racing. It's going to be really exciting. We've got a couple of windward-leeward races for the TP52s and just one final race remaining in the Soto 40 class. We're going to leave you now with one of Spain's top groups. They're called Pig Noise. We'll see you tomorrow at 12:50 for Audi Cup TV Live.
Hola, somos Pig Noise. Bienvenidos al circuito Audi Cup.
Nunca he sido un lobo feroz, yo siempre fui ese patito feo.